De la right, my MVVs, welcome. If a chameleon that approaches with caution dies, what do you think is capable of happening to a toad that slams its body with every step? Report reaching us right now is that the Ooni of Ife, of course, allegedly are prepared to welcome new queens, including two more virgins, okay? Two virgins right now are coming into the household of the Ooni of Ife. They said that this announcement that took place yesterday or 2 days ago did not go well with the Oloris. Now, they said he gathered his Oloris, as we are hearing, that he gathered them and gave them this announcement. But before this announcement came true, he was busy making mockery of, I don't know, of his enemy, because it's not Olori Naomi he was trying to mock. He said things like, when Naomi was in the palace, his Olori, he never said, he never called Olori Naomi's name, from what we are hearing, that he gathered his queens. He was telling them that they were asking him, the ones outside were pushing to come inside, but the one who was inside was not content or contented with what she had inside. Now, the ones outside were asking him if there's a space inside. He would say, no, there's no space inside. But the one who was inside did not appreciate what she had, and that left. So what that means is that, of course, we do know that these Oloris have always been there, but it's important for people to understand that if you do not give room, create room for people to be able to ask you that kind of question, nobody will have the capacity to look you in the face and ask you, even when they know that you already have a wife. But that is not a bone of contention right now. We have gotten additional details of the women that are coming in. We may not know them by their names or their faces right now, know where they come from, but we have heard that new queens are coming into the palace, including two virgins. Now, why is this thing with virgins necessary? We have had that Kabiese is bringing in two virgins because it does look as if the strength that Olori Naomi has on Kabiese happens to be that he married Olori Naomi, a virgin. Now, in Kabiese's thought, these virgins that are coming in are going to stand in for Olori Naomi. These are women who understand that he is a traditionalist, women who understand that they are, of course, going to go through certain rituals, and that these women, once the first virgin goes through the same ritual that Olori Naomi went through, and that is going to stand, that first virgin will stand as Olori Naomi traditionally. So whoever gave Ooni of Ife this idea is what nobody knows yet, because we heard that a lot of their king's men have asked him where he got the idea from, because Ooni of Ife feels that once these new wives that are coming, once the virgins get into the palace, is going to solve all the problems that is happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, he announced this to his Oloris, and where they were, of course, Ooni of Ife has a great sense of humor, and he made them laugh so much, but not knowing that it was because they were in public, they could not express their dissatisfaction. They couldn't really express the way they felt. They went through, when he announced that new Oloris were coming in, that was the area that they became very stunned, okay? While they were there laughing and all of that, they didn't know that this was what the Ooni of Ife was going to throw at them, and eventually they threw this at them. What we are hearing also is that Ooni of Ife made this decision to prove to Olori Naomi that he can get as many wives as possible, educated, beautiful, eloquent, and from all walks of life, from very, very prestigious background. Yes. And one of the major reasons why the Ooni is going on and on and on is because Ooni of Ife cannot stand the fact that Queen Naomi is looking him in the face to tell him, I do not want you. I don't want to be with you. Now, if you have been following the event closely, You know that in the last couple of years, like maybe a year and a half ago, Oni has done everything humanly possible to bring Queen Naomi back to himself. Oni succeeded by bringing Queen Naomi as close as, of course, staying in that house in the royal mansion, such that he even relinquished that house to Olori Naomi. Now, the royal mansion happens to be one of the biggest properties that Olori Naomi owns. The royal mansion, the cost of the royal mansion can run into billions of naira, but he relinquished that mansion to Olori Naomi because he wanted to bring Olori Naomi back to himself. Now, not to talk of, bringing Naomi into the royal manor, something he has never done and something that he is not likely to do. He has gotten a house in Dubai for Olori Naomi. There is a house in Abuja for Tadenika. Well, they said that he has done so much already for Olori Naomi because he thought that at the end of the day, Naomi is going to just keep quiet and take everything hook, line, and sinker. But at this junction, Ooni of Ife is realizing that Naomi is not like that, okay? Now, let's look at Naomi. Naomi was, of course, in the palace with the Ooni of Ife as his only wife. Okay, Naomi had all the good things of life. Naomi was so celebrated, even up till now. Wherever Naomi goes, Naomi is so celebrated. Now, Ooni of Ife is supposed to have known that Queen Naomi is not a woman who is all about money. Naomi has glory. I am saying this, yes, so Naomi is a woman that has been blessed by God. And that is the reason why you see that these blessings are following her the same way. Now, as a blogger, I can tell you without any apology that people love Naomi. People love Naomi so much. People love Naomi. People will listen to what you are saying, what a blogger is saying from London, from Italy, from Canada, from USA, from Cameroon, from Ghana, from Gambia. People are following these stories and they are following because of Olori Naomi. Now, if you agree with me, in the last couple of years, let's agree, first of all, that yes, it is Oni that brought Naomi to limelight because, of course, he is the Ooni of Ife. But the Ooni of Ife himself, somebody made him popular, okay? Something made him popular. God brings, as in you have a destiny in life. If there is no destiny, it never comes to pass. Now, Ooni of Ife happens to be the one that brought Naomi to limelight, but I can tell you that people are following Ooni of Ife's story so much because of Olori Naomi. Olori Naomi has glory. People love this woman so much. And so Naomi herself recognized that she has this glory. And that is why you see that Naomi is not moved by money. Naomi is not moved by buying her a house in, the finest place in London. That is not what moves her, because if Naomi was all about money, Naomi would never have left the palace. Look at these Oloris that are there in the palace. If you like, buy them. They're not ready to go anywhere. Anything when Oni do, they're ready to stay there, chop and swallow and hook, line, and sinker. And that's the difference between Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife. Even though it is beginning to look as though Oni will sit down and begin to mock Olori Naomi, which is really, really painful and embarrassing because, first of all, that lady happens to be the mother to Tadenika. Whether you like or not, you can never take that away. But Oni knows the difference between Naomi and all of these women. Just as Kabiyesi married 6 women and never found satisfaction, that void was still there. It's the same way he will marry another 10 or 15 or 25 or 30. If that is what will solve the problem, that void will still be there. You know why? Nobody is Olori Naomi, and nobody can ever be Olori Naomi. And I am not saying Naomi is perfect. That's not what I'm saying. Some of you tend to understand me. Naomi has something. Naomi, people who live with her, people who know her, they know that this woman has the content of her character is almost pure. Everybody knows. You and I know that Olori Naomi is super, super brilliant. The other day, Kabiesi said women that have something upstairs. These women that are there, how many of them with all their Harvard and everything, how many of them can stand and speak the way Olori Naomi speak? And we do know that spoken English does not, translate to intelligence. But then again, to a very large extent, you and I know that Olori Naomi is very intelligent. Naomi is very brilliant, okay? But they said that, when you want to, you see, when you want to make somebody look as if they are not it, okay, you look for a way to bring them down, which is something that we experienced lately with the Ooni of Ife. From what we are hearing, that is if the information we are getting is the truth, that the Ooni of Ife is very, very frustrated about the fact that Naomi is saying no. Look, this time Naomi is saying no. I was saying it here. Some people say, Del, why are you taking this so personal? I'm not taking it so personal. Naomi is saying no, never. Even if you buy me the entire wall, I am not coming back. Because Naomi does not want to be in that life. The life that Kabiyesi has now is the life that Naomi doesn't want for herself. And that is why she's saying no. And this no has so frustrated the monarch that the monarch is, getting to that point where he sits down and begins to try and mock Olori Naomi and wants to bring all of these women to show and prove to Olori Naomi that he can marry 100 virgins and marry as many wives as possible. But let me not make this video too long. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. If this information we are getting is the truth, this is what we are hearing. And please do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.